It's no game. Off to a good start. Hello. Oh, that's why. 2 OBS is trying to capture the same thing. There we go. That's better. Hi. Oh, the camera's there now. I moved all my stuff. I got a different setup now. So the camera's in the middle instead of over there. This is weird. Gonna have to get used to it. I had to move my green screen over. Hope it's okay. Hope it's working. Not streaming from the new office yet, no, but what I'm doing is I'm trying to start getting prepared for what that setup's gonna be like. So I've got a new monitor and I changed things around. I'm doing this new portrait mode. I got a portrait mode monitor on my right and a portrait mode monitor on my left, and I got my nice new Samsung Odyssey G7 32-inch monitor. It's curved and the Minecraft world looks curved now. My eyes will get used to it, I suppose, but we'll see. I may be struggling a little bit with the setup as I get used to it, but we'll give it some time. NJ Coffee Junk in the house, how you doing? I also saw there was a teacher here. Where'd you go? Did I already lose your chat? Somebody's on their summer break. It was a teacher. Now they can watch the streams. Thank you so much. I want to say Zezzy. Did it roll off already? I have the portrait mode lets me see more chats now. Maybe too many chats. I wanted to say something to you, and then I got talking and I lost your chat. It's somewhere. Anyway, congratulations making it through another school year, and thank you for all you do as a teacher. I have mad respect for teachers and first responders, of course. Thank you guys for that. Should do a lot more hardcore. If I had some time, I would. I have so many ambitions here on Hermitcraft that it's tough. It's tough. So now when I'm reading chat, I'm looking over here now. Is that weird? I almost feel like the camera should be flipped. So I'm looking like towards the game instead of out off the screen. Alaskan Child says, in school to become a teacher. Well, good luck. Good luck. Oh, we could flip the camera over to the right corner instead. That would do the trick, wouldn't it? Would that get weird? Air Starling, you have a redstone question for me. Redstone questions are hard via chat, but you can try. Flip it so it looks like you're looking. Yeah, we could just flip the camera. Wait, this is my left hand. Oh, but then do things get... Hang on, when I hold something up for you to read, what do I have? Okay, here, let me hold my cup up. Like, is that word, can you even see it? Is that word forward for you guys? Like, it reads, or is it backwards? Can you even see it? There's a word right here. It reads forward. So if I flip the camera, then every time I hold something up to the camera, it's gonna be backwards. That was a bad example, because if that word almost could flip the other way and be readable, except for the E. Dang it. Setup looks amazing in the Twitter post. Yeah, you know what I meant to do? I meant to take that screenshot that I posted. Where is it? I was gonna grab it and put it in here. Let me save the image. Maybe we can still do it. I don't think I'm gonna be recording anything today. I just realized. Okay, you're gonna bop over there then. Let me see if I can put this in. My mouse is like trying to figure out where to go. Can I put this in here and then just have it? Oh, there we go. So that's my new setup. This is what I'm looking at right now. Pretty much. More or less. Pretty cool, right? So I got this like TIE fighter monitor setup is what they call it. I've got way more room on my desk now, which is nice. And yeah, I don't know. I just need to clean up the cables. I just wanted to make sure I was happy with the setup. But yeah, it's nice 32-inch curved. It's supposed to be curved like perfectly to how your eyes work. So yeah, I'm happy with it. But yeah, this is just me getting ready for the new office. You have similar soundproofing in your office? My new office will have the Elgato soundproofing. So it's gonna be, yeah, once I move in there. Okay, so what should I do about the camera? You guys think I should just move it to the other side? Would it be weird if my camera's on the right side? I don't know how to do that. Let me see. Of course, I'll get to the amazing hype train craziness. Yeah, it's a curved monitor. It just, as I'm reading chat, does it feel weird that I'm looking off screen? The other way around will be looking like, so here's the thing, is now I gotta move everything. Oh, no I don't. No I don't. Because of the way I made it, it should be easy to move. Because it's a whole scene. I just need to unlock it. It is unlocked. And then I'll move it over. What happens if we do that? Is that better? We'll be over here now? Yeah, it looks weird when you're facing away. So now it looks like I'm at least looking towards the game when I'm reading chat, right? Impulse, do you need tons of room for soundproofing, or would it work like in a small apartment? Actually, I prefer smaller spaces for soundproofing. Like I'm in an office right now, so or in an office. I'm in like a closet, basically. So my new space is a little bit bigger, might be a little bit harder to soundproof, but we'll get her done. Oh no, the little widget thing's on the other side though. We gotta fix that. Come here, widget. Where'd you go? The little widget has to go over here. Whoop. Okay, that'll work. All right. Fixing stuff and things. Okay. We'll get used to this setup. Tango's Cough donated. Yeah, actually, let me real quick say some thank yous. I wanted to do this though. I had a way to do this. Okay, there. Now I can read these here. People being amazing. Thank you guys so much. Oh, there's lots of stuff going on. Lots of stuff. River Kent in the house with the 500 biddies. Thank you so much. IX3 with 100 bits. River Kent with the 5 gifted sub bomb. Oh, good. It moved with my face. Excellent. I was a little worried about that. Thank you guys so much for all the subs and resubs. Aaron Smile in the house being amazing. 1,500 bits. You get to catch a Friday stream. Yay. I'm glad you're here, Aaron. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you. Got some Prime subs in the house. Says Star. Thank you for using Prime. Darhelm as well. Appreciate that with the 23 months as well. 23 months of the Prime. Wow. Thank you so much for using that Prime. Appreciate that. All Prime subs, the regular subs, and resubs, and gifted subs. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Treyote in the house. 10 gifted sub bomb. Thank you. Thank you. Lena's here. How you doing, Lena? Good to see you. 10 gifted sub bomb from Lena. Appreciate you. I'm glad all the buttons and stuff still work. Break My Dreams, resubscribing for 4 months. Thank you, thank you. Okay, sweet. All right, that setup works. That setup works. I almost wish chat was like scrolled the other way, because I have to look down there for the new chat. This portrait monitor stuff, right? Like look at where. Pull this back up. Look at where chat is. See the right monitor? See that space, that like darker space on the right monitor that goes vertical? That's you guys. That's where I'm reading chat from. And so like when new messages come in, it's very low. It's at the bottom there. So it looks like I'm really looking down. You know what I mean? But it works. Like I said, new stuff. We'll get used to it. As I was setting this up last night, my wife's like, didn't you try this before and you hated it? I was like, yeah, but this time it's gonna work. This time I'm gonna love it. All right, so somebody asked what we're doing today. Today is what I like to call Casual Friday. Oh, by the way, tell me if the microphone goes wonky right now. Do you guys hear a little anything weird? No? Sounds okay? Oh, when the alerts come in, they're like going over top of my head. That's okay though. Okay, good. So sometimes like when my phone gets too close to the microphone cables, it'll give a little bit of interference. My wife sent me a picture. Luna is being a troublemaker today. Luna's my daughter's kitty, little kitten. She's like 9 months old now, I guess. Her favorite toy is Q-tips, which is great because that's a nice cheap toy. But yeah, her favorite toy is Q-tips, and the problem is my daughter needed to use Q-tips, so I got the Q-tips out, set them on my bathroom counter, and then I didn't put them away. I didn't put the box of Q-tips away. And my wife, she mentioned to me that I probably should. Did I listen? No, I didn't listen. And so Luna has stolen the whole box and made a mess. Oops. Oops. Oh, man. Okay. Let me grab one of these guys that are full of shulker shells. We're going to need them. Always listen to the wife. When the wife says you should do something, just do it. Right? Just do it. I don't know where the camera is anymore. Hi. So now when I'm playing the game, it's more like I'm looking towards you guys. Is that weird? This was a change I kind of wasn't looking forward to, is the new camera angle, but because I really did like the way we had it. But it's kind of necessary in my new setup. When I get into the new office, there's gonna be stuff behind me, directly behind me, that I'm gonna want you guys to see. I'm looking deep into your souls. Weird. I can stare at the camera while I play Minecraft. Look at that. Oh, Tango should have made that easier to get to. Okay, I can't get in there while I'm. It's fine. Okay, this is the one spot I struggle with right here. Okay, we're good. What souls? Kind of like an angle. Yeah, the angle I think definitely felt a little bit better because it was like I was looking kind of away while I was playing. So it was more. Now it's kind of opposite. Now when I'm looking away, I'm reading chat, and now when I'm here, I'm playing the game. So it is what it is. I'm gonna fix this pic. Hey Impulse, I can't see your face when looking at chat. What? I can't see your face when looking at chat. I don't know what you mean. My GUI is smaller. Did I change that? Oh, the monitor resolution probably changed that. It looks good to me, but is it too small for like you guys? Because I have it's a 2K monitor now, right? So yeah, I went from a 1080p to a 1440, and it looks great to me. But like everything else is, it's a 32 inch now, so I have like, the screen is huge. It's massive. No, I don't know when I need to shout pick. Oh, on mobile, it's probably, yeah, super tiny. Yeah, no, it looks good to me. I'd rather not have my GUI cover up too much game. Like, as long as I can see it. And it reads just fine for me. Probably keep it. Although people are going to say stuff. No gaming headphones? Gaming headphones mess up my hair. But yeah, I mean, if you must know, I do have the Arctic Pro, whatever they're called, Steel Series, you know, wireless. Sometimes I use during editing. But like, I took a shower and like did my hair and stuff, and if I put these on, it's gonna mess up my hair, and I don't want to do that. I don't really like the big buckets on the ear. It makes my head look even bigger than it already is, and my head's big enough. But I have them. I look different. New camera angle. New camera angle. It's in front of me now instead of behind me. Let's do this. I suppose we can soak up some XP here. Earbuds just feel, these ones actually fit me so well. They feel great. I can keep these earbuds in all day long with no discomfort. And so many people were like, I don't know how you wear those Apple earbuds. They hurt my ears. But I feel your fat head pain. It's just like, once you put those things on, it makes my head just feel like, I don't know. I need a new computer now. That's all that's left. All that's left. I can't repair my bow. It's not mending, it's infinity. I prefer infinity on my bow. All right, let's get rid of this. We got our XP that we came for. We're good. It's the only reason I use the sword is for that sweeping edge. Don't need looting with the Enderman farm. I'm dual wielding. Okay. Where's my other pick? And every time I put the extra pearls in there. Sweet. Nice try in the pillar war. Oh man, that was chaos. That was chaos. Did Doc, I think I saw Doc release a video today, so you've probably seen now, if you saw Doc's video, you've probably seen kind of our point of view. Yesterday, you probably saw Scar's point of view, and then today, if you saw Doc's. What type of camera do I use? I have a Canon EOS Rebel T7i that is hooked up to, from HDMI, the HDMI out on it is hooked up to an AV.io 4K HDMI to USB video like capture card, basically. It's a portable video capture card. Yeah, the villager. The villager just does not look. Look at his little eyeballs and the mouth. That's so wrong. So wrong. During Tango's stream Wednesday, got a sneak peek of chat. Yeah, but you guys must not have had a clue what was actually happening, right? That villager, he's blind. His eyes are covered by hair. Oh man. Takes commitment to grow a beard above your eyes. Yeah, he's just got really bushy eyebrows. Is it? That's the thing. Just really bushy eyebrows. Okay. All right. Music today. Reading in-game chat was confusing, but we knew it was about the pillars. Yeah, so then you saw that we conceded because I was like, GG, you guys win. All right. So that part was a little bit spoiled, exclusive previewed for you. I guess that's all right. That's fine. It's fine. Let's start. Just 1 point here. All right, what did I bring with me? Lots and lots of stuff. I'm just gonna pack up. We're just gonna pack up this room. In order to do that, though, look at the frames. Look at the frames. Guys, remember the frames. Remember the frames. Okay? 20. Remember the frames. Hopefully someday soon those will get it. Today we're gonna help because we're gonna get rid of a bunch of stuff in here that's causing bad frames. Oh, Kataname, sorry to hear you got the COVID. Oh, that's a bummer. I hope you're doing okay. Hope you get through it okay. Recover soon, please. Glad I can give you something to watch while you're recovering, though. What frames? You mean the 1 frame per second you're getting? Hey, look at this. Look at this. We can buy wood again. Oh, he restocked these. These are actually... Which ones are needed? These ones, right? For the nether hub? I wonder if Corrales is like supplying the nether hub. Okay, everything's 2 diamonds. Which wood do you think's the easiest for them to get right now? Links, thank you so much. Says your video was great. Thanks. I'm glad you watched my video yesterday. Thank you. I really had a fun time making that one. I was thinking spruce would be the easiest because they grow it in the 2 oh, and it's 1 diamond per stack. So it's cheapest. Yeah. All right. We're going to buy a bunch because I need to make shulker boxes galore. So we'll buy a bunch of stacks on stacks. Amazing. Batman Fits, thank you so much for the 5 gifted sub bomb. Heavenly Drive with 100 bits. Silver Moon with 100 bits. Let's say I can draw whatever. Oh, if you could draw whatever I wished, what would it be? Ooh. My season 5 base. Redraw my season 5 base. That would be sick. I would love to see an artist rendering of my season 5 base. I'd love just the shape of it and everything. Interesting question. Half a year already. Dwarfingly good. Thank you so much, Star Chips, for the 6 months. Appreciate you. Mom Jazz, thanks for the 100 biddies. You're amazing. Lightning Aussie, are you playing with your Minecraft in window mode or full screen? Oh, it is windowed. And then Borderless Gaming is making it full screen. I wonder if that has something to do with... I could try it without Borderless Gaming. I will test that when I'm not streaming, though. Is there no ender chest here? I solved the last time he built a shop with no ender chest. I put one in, didn't I? Oh, here we go. Just gotta sneak behind the scenes. Full screen helps with FPS. Well, I can hit full screen right now, can't I? Just hit F11. So there we got. Well, let's wait till we're back in my base where we know the frames are bad. My starter base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope. There we go. You have to make the noise when you buy stuff. And then you have to set off a firework. 1 diamond per stack. We did what we were supposed to do there. Sir, you look a bit different today. Well, a couple things. Hi. The camera angle is straight on now. And then I had to move my face to the right side because it looked weird. Look at all the stuff going on around here. My goodness. Shops. More shops. Another shop. Another shop. Look at this. I feel like I was supposed to be like, because this style and that style kind of match in a way. It's got like the very Aquatown vibes. Shots fired. Fire rocks rock. Yeah. Not fireworks, fire rocks. Yeah, the Iron Golem. This is probably exclusive previews. I didn't want to go over there and dwell on it. Look into it too much. Will I stream on Monday even though it's a holiday? I plan to. Yeah, I didn't really have any plans for Monday. I'll probably go chill and go swimming and stuff in the afternoon. Maybe even grill some burgers or something. I don't know. But, yeah, I could probably still stream in the morning. I don't see why not. Okay. All right, so we said frames are bad. Frames are bad. 23. Now let's hit F11. Wait, you can't. Wait, it went. I think. I don't know if it went or not. I saw something flash, but I'm not sure if it worked. There. I don't know how to tell when I'm in full screen and not full screen. I can't tell. It doesn't say anywhere. This is better. F3, it's not a texture pack. Look in the settings. All right. Oops. Options, video settings. In here? Or, yeah, it'd be video settings, right? I don't know. Ooh. Wait. My monitor does 240 frames a second now. Lock it in. What's another? Other? Lagometer? What? Oh, full screen. Ugh! Okay. We turned it on, so now I'm in full screen mode. So what's that do when I leave the game? Like when I... Oh, yeah, that's... Ugh. So then when I Alt-Tab out of the game, it minimizes the game. I hate that. I hate that. That's why I don't play in full screen. Because there's a lot of times I'll click on other stuff outside of the game while I'm playing. And it minimizes it now. I cannot stand that. But it didn't do anything with frames anyway. Frame rate always to unlimited. You know what? Izuma told us that that was bad for the game, but... bleh. Okay. What that just did was made my frames worse. See? Look, it made my frames worse. $15 now. That's bad. It's a good thing it's Casual Friday, otherwise... Alright, maybe the render distance doesn't need to be, like, so bad. Like, far? What do we think about that? It gave me some frames back. And now if I go to, like, let's just go to 120. What? How do I VSync it? Aha. VSync. I'm just watching the top left. 24. 60. No change. Yeah, these aren't going to make a difference. VSync bad. Yeah, just try to VSync with my monitor that's 240 hertz now. Is that what you say? It's got like a 240 hertz refresh rate, my new monitor, so not that I'm gonna get that kind of frames. Latest Optifine, it works much better now in windowed mode. Okay, so I just need to get the new Optifine. All right, well let me get out of this full screen. I hate it. I hate it. Okay, and what did I put this at? VSync was obviously bad. Unlimited was bad. Like, I'd be happy with 60, you know? Just stay at a solid 60. That's what I'm gonna record in anyway. All right, we'll leave it there. 20, 23, 24, yeah, we're getting the same. All right, we tried. Render distance needed is like 10. F3P does something and got deleted. No difference between 60 and 240 in spawn anyway. What's the lagometer? I don't know. I don't know. You had 34 frames when you had it on unlimited? No, it dropped down. What are you talking about? It didn't it? Oh no, the VSync killed it. Unlimited. No change. We'll leave it there. All right, so 24. 24 is where we're at when I'm standing right here looking this direction. Remember that. We're going to do some cleanup today. I can't use sodium, I don't think, because I need Optifine. I use Optifine. The big thing I use Optifine for is internal shaders. Makes the game more vibrant, which is a good thing on YouTube. So, unless sodium works with Optifine, then I can't really use it. All right, let's make some boxes. Let's get some work done. Need a shulker shop name? Yeah, I think after kind of hearing everyone's opinions on what we should do with these shulker shells, selling them as shells does seem to make a lot of sense to me. So that's what we'll probably do. I'll probably sell the shulker shells, like a stack of shulker shells, and then maybe like a stack of wood. I'll have to make my own tree shop, my own tree farm. But then people can just make them. Because carrying shulkers around fills up your inventory. Like big time, like we're gonna find out today. DIY shulker boxes, yes. Exactly. Wait, can I? Oh, I can. What am I doing going to my inventory? For some reason, I didn't think you could mouse click these. Actually, let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. This is gonna blow your mind. You ready? Are you ready for this? Okay. I just made shulker boxes, right? Brand new shulker boxes. If I middle click, whoop, it'll pick it in my inventory, right? And then you place it. Okay, let me see. How do I do this? Okay, now trying to think of how I can explain this. Now, I pick that one back up. Middle click. Middle click. Nothing. Nothing. It won't select it. Because now the MBT data has changed on this. See? One tag. No tags. See? MBT one tag. No tag. So that one, we'll select the no tag. But then once all these get picked up and put back down, then they have tags. And it's so annoying. Did I just blow your mind? Yeah. Blew your mind. You're welcome. All right, let's fill these up. Oh, Minecraft is fun. Let's set this down. How's the music today, by the way? Is it okay? Is it loud? Is it soft? I'm looking for some people to say what music and other people to say it's good. And some people are saying it's a bit loud. See? I love music. I love having music in streams. Because there's people saying it's quiet and there's people saying it's loud. So what happened? I did fix this before. Oh, I turned it down just a hair last stream. All right. It's kind of loud for me though. Let me just see if this changes anything on your end. Oh, it does. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know my slider impacted you guys. Huh. Then you heard it double? Is it double? Huh. Things are messed up. Me fixie. Oh, I know what happened. No, I don't. Where's my Go XLR app? Give me the app. Where are you, Go XLR? Too many windows. Bop, 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 bop. There you are. Weird. Music no go to broadcast. That should solve it. Do you guys still have music? Now, okay. I know what happened. We've fixed this before and I didn't save my Go XLR profile. Overwrite it. Yes, there we go. Now it's saved. Okay. Now it's saved. Okay, but music levels now? Okay. I like it quiet. I do like it quiet. For a few reasons. Because a lot of people do like to just kind of jam to their own music as well. So if it's, you know, if you listen to something you can barely hear it, I could probably bring it just up a tad back to where it was. 31. There we go. All right. Okay. It's kind of just there. And the good news now is I can control it in my own ear without affecting you guys. Let's give it a go. Like, check it out. Did you hear how loud it was coming out of my earbuds? If I crank it up, but you guys probably didn't barely hear it. Sweet. Sorry. No, that's why I took my earbuds out. I cranked it on the Go XLR. All right, we're good. We're good. Thank you. Let's get back to business. Let's get back to business now that we've solved that. We are going to empty all these. Let me get rid of that. We're going to empty all these. Impulse's poor ears. No. One thing we should do is probably get rid of anything in my inventory that's like extra. Is there ender chest in here? Yeah. Technology is fun. Yeah, especially when you have like things like a fully complicated setup like I do. So complicated. The routing and everything that's taking place. My biggest thing was I didn't like hearing the music during stream. I mean, I like barely hearing it. What was happening to me before I got the Go XLR and I was able to kind of control the level of the volume in my ears versus what you guys hear is every single stream I'd get done with, I'd have a massive headache. And that wasn't good. And it was just like, I think just auditory overload during the stream, you know? Go XLR seems to add an extra fun level of jeopardy. I wouldn't say jeopardy, it's complexity would probably be the better word. Yeah, the Go XLR, there's so many different ways you can route the audio and stuff, and I'm always tweaking it and trying new things because I can't just leave well enough alone, you know? That's like, I always have to be changing stuff, like my setups and trying new things. I'm always just looking to improve, and a lot of times, you know, I'll try things and it'll be a step back, and then it's like, oops, that was a mistake. I think that's what my wife was trying to warn me about. Like, you tried this portrait mode setup before and you hated it, so why are we doing this again? I'm like, this time I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be different. Actually, so far I'm kind of digging it. I'm treating the portraits monitor, the portrait orientation this time a little bit differently because they are 4K monitors. I feel like I can fit like 2 windows in each one. So like I have my Discord and I have my Twitch dashboard both on one monitor, where before they would have pretty much each taken up their own monitor. So now it's almost as if I went from 4 monitors down to 3, but then gained 2 more because I'm splitting the portrait. Right? Does that make sense? So now it's like I have 5 monitors, which is awesome. Didn't even notice the face cam's on the other side. Reflected too? You mean like, did it flip? No. We should still be able to read that, right? I didn't flip it. Like that still says Yeti. Never thought of doing portrait. Now you need a TIE fighter cockpit background. Oh man. That'd be great. Totally could do that, I think. All right, no, we're not gonna mess with that right now. We have to clean up. I made promises that we would clean up today, okay? So that's what we're doing. We have to get this stuff out of here. I'm moving. I've got to move. We have to move today, people, okay? It's happening. But first, we got Four Eyes Laura in the house, gifting out 10 gifted sub bomb. Appreciate you. My goodness. That is a lot of gift subs. If you get gifted a sub today, make sure you say thank you. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for the bits. Minchest Mouse and Ranimal in the house with 1,000 biddies. Kim Kimmy with the 500 bits. Cyril Starborn with the 300 bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And also thank you guys, all the subs and resubs and everything. You guys have been amazing as usual. I'm going to put these away. That's what we do. I don't know what all these are. So we've got a big mess. We're just gonna basically take our mess and move it to our new base, and then hopefully we'll have time to kind of sort things out. Our new base doesn't have storage for everything. I realized the other day though. I made that just like a small little temporary storage at the new base, and it's missing some stuff like wool. Doesn't have any place to put wool. And probably a lot of other things. As we bring things over, we're gonna realize just how many categories I missed when I made the temporary storage. So we're gonna have to figure it out, because I'm not quite ready to do like the final storage setup over there. So how we get organized when we don't have like a full storage organization setup is gonna be tough. But we'll do our best. The main thing today is I need to get all this stuff out of here. It has to, I want to be out of my starter base. Like, I don't want to come here anymore, ever. Well, I mean, for the shops, I should say. I shouldn't say ever. What I find is that I'm going back and forth, right? From like my new main base to the industrial district, and then to here every time I need something, and I need to kill that. I don't want to come here for my stuff. Especially since it's not really going to be connected to the new Nether Hub for a while. Because we've got to get like a sorting or a central portal for this entire area. Was kind of the plan. Okay, so I'm going to take down all these barrels. I don't think barrels add too much lag, but they are stored, or they are, yeah, containers. So all containers in Minecraft, as far as I have heard, will cause just a little bit of lag. So our beautiful wall that we were working on however many weeks ago has to come down. And we're gonna find out real quick if I put other garbage in any of these, right? Because they're gonna explode on us. Barrels don't lag, signs with glowing ink do. Yeah, we're gonna take care of some signs with the glowing ink as well today. Because yeah, I did hear about glowing ink signs being a problem. Actually, Cub Fan was one that told the Hermits that that's been a bug that's been reported. I don't know if they fixed it in 1.19 or not, but yeah, every little bit's gonna count here. So I heard campfires will cause lag, like if there's particles. I think that one's more client-side lag, though. Oops. No, I want to keep this. Not 100% sure about that, though. I think part of it is they're always checking for items, right? Because they, no, they don't check for items. You don't throw an item at it. You right-click on them, right? So no, this should be okay. Because that's why hoppers are laggy, because they're always checking to see if there's items floating above them. 1 week until 1.19. Super exciting. What are we excited about in 1.19, people? Talk to me. Talk to me. What are you guys excited about in 1.19? What's the first thing you do when you fire up 1.19? The Allays? The Froggies? You going to the deep dark? You gonna go collect some mud? Mangrove tree. Chest boat, right. That's part of the reason why I haven't done any shulker loaders, is because 119 is gonna make shulker loaders even cooler, right? I think I saw an Il Mango shulker box loader design with chest boats, and it like is super fast. So I'm kind of waiting for 119 to see what kind of shulker box loading technology comes along that we can utilize in the industrial district. Because like, yeah, I don't know how many comments on my video yesterday as the shulker shells were shooting out and going into hoppers and like old school chests. You know, people are like, why not a shulker box loader? You obviously have enough shulkers. It's because I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the newest technology to come out. Of course, it's my fault for not just stating that in the video, so I don't blame the comments. You know, can't get upset for not stating my intent. I'll say that's on me. Well, we got a can you dig it in my ear from the one, the only, the evil notion. $3.14. It says, jumps out of event, kills you, leaves, blames Skizzleman. Oh, I miss those days. I miss those days. Can we... Evil. Let's try to lock in that date we were circling around. Yeah? Everybody here's like, yes, they're trying to get Among Us going again. The Friday night stabby. Don't get too excited because it's super hard. It's super hard to get 10 people to be available. But I figured, yeah, life's still upside down for a lot of people. That's the problem. I figured if we put a date out there, like way in the future, you know, that we could all just like work towards it. You know what I mean? Like, if we know it's like, okay, I have X amount of weeks to plan for this night, then I can make sure that I'm available, right? I won't commit to other stuff, things that are happening in life that are preventing me from being available. Maybe they will get cleared up. That was the intent. Is I don't care if it's 2 months from now. I just want to know that we're gonna do it again. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously I'd rather be like tonight, but that's not gonna happen. Hard stretch when it's 3-day weekend and people still have a lot of other things going on in their lives. The good news is there is a consensus in the group that we, like, I think all are ready to get back to playing Among Us together. Like, I think the burnout that we kind of felt is a little bit behind us now. We're excited to try to get it going. So we shall see. We shall see. And Evil is on it. Evil is on it. I see out of the corner of my eye, a new message has appeared in our Friday night Among Us group Discord chat. That is how quick Evil works. Nice job, dude. I don't know what you said, Evil, but nice. No, probably won't be tonight. Sorry. Actually, I know it won't be tonight. I mean, there's plenty of people that are like out of town and stuff, I think, for the 3-day weekend. Yeah, that's what I needed. What a mess. What a mess. I was watching... No, oh, here's what happened. Okay, so you guys know... There you are. You got... Stinking camera moving. You guys remember last stream, we did the shulker stuff? We went and caught the shulkers in the end. No, last stream we finished the farm. It was the one before that, maybe, that we caught the shulkers. I had to go through that whole recording in the replay mod for the time lapses and stuff, the little montagey thing I did, and in order to like figure out what moments I wanted to capture for the montage, I basically had to rewatch the entire stream from a replay mod angle. And the amount of time I spent opening shulker boxes and chests made me want to throw up. I'm sorry that today is no different, because unfortunately we have to do this today in order to get organized, but that's the whole point, is once this is done, I won't be spending the entire stream doing this every time, right? Because I had it in like ×8 speed on the replay mod, and I was in my own perspective. So basically, as I'm watching, the entire time was just me doing this. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, it was just me opening, and it was like super fast too, because it was 8 times speed. But yeah, it wasn't good. It was not good at all. Oh man, I felt bad. It really made me realize how much you guys put up with, and I'm terribly sorry. Terribly sorry for that. Somebody's here. Who is it? Oh, I think it's just Pigman. So I will do my best. We will be better. Okay? We will be better. These ones I'm not gonna send them back down, I think. I'm just gonna bop them into my inventory and maybe just head on over. It's getting pretty nasty in here. Let's take our first like shipment over. Yeah. How did those get here? I brought a box full of shulkers. Apparently I had one here already. Oh man. Okay. Riveting. Thank you. Now we're yeah, we knew. I mean, that's why I put casual Friday. That's my way of like, hey guys, we're not really gonna do any kind of big awesome project where I'm gonna be getting hit by shulker bullets and we try to solve redstone problems and stuff. Not happening today. Well, we might actually do a little bit. There is something I want to do. Maybe you guys can help me with. Let's do this. Let's mix it up just a little bit. Let's mix it up just a little bit. I'll bring this shipment of shulker boxes over to the base, and then we'll just do a little project over there real quick. Break empty chests. Yes, we'll do that when I get back. That's smart. We'll bring these over. I'm just gonna put them away because organizing the stuff from these shulker boxes into the actual sorting, you know, system. I don't have a automated sorting system, but that's gonna be the fun challenge. Did you ever find out what's up with Discord? Was something up with Discord? What did I miss? I'm basically looting my own house, yeah. Okay, so what we could do right now is all these will need to be sorted. Like, okay, so this is another thing I noticed. I don't have a redstone. None of these actually say redstone on them. Ooh, blackstone. Yeah, so I don't have a proper place to put this. And what I've been doing is like things that need sorted, I've just been putting down here, and it's like we're growing. The chest monster here is growing. So I think what I'll do is I'll just get a couple regular chests and we'll put the shulker boxes just kind of in there. So for now, I just need to find a place to get rid of these. Don't let me forget that I just dropped a bunch of random stuff in my mob drops. One, I have same thing going on in this as well. So we'll need to get a couple chests because I want to store them in like that. It's much easier to look and see if you got the shulker box peeker, right? It's easier to just look and see. That's how we'll do it. All right, you guys want to help me with something? I don't know how to put this though. Chests and chests. I don't know how to state this, but there's something There's something not quite working with our statue here. Okay, I know there's a lot not working with our statue, but specifically this one. Let's not verbalize. Okay, well, you can if you do it in a family-friendly way. But let's just... Yes, they look like gummy bears. I know that. I don't know if I'll be able to fix that part. Let's do this. Ow. This needs to go right now. This needs to go. Let's see if we can make a better, like, hammer. We've already fixed the problem, I think. But he does need to have a weapon. There was plenty of comments. It's really hard not to make things that look like other things on accident. Which again, we won't verbalize. We were moving story. Yeah, we'll get back to it. This is me just trying to give a little bit of something else today than just like we're getting organized and that's all we're doing. Okay. So we want to make it look like a hammer, right? Let me just get, I don't even know. Let's try deep slate. Let's try deep slate. Let's change the texture first and see if that works. Anything going on? Looks like everything has been the same. Oh, we need to move this as well. Let's see if we can do something with deep slate, because then we have a little bit more like blocks, like angles and stuff. Which deep slate like stairs would give us a nice texture out there? I feel like we need to take a look at it in Stone Cutter, where we can see all the options. Okay, so this is going to be for like the hammer. 2 cubes connected by a smaller rectangle. It's too bad there's no... Oh, we could just go cobbled. For a second, I didn't think there was. Okay, let's just use cobbled deep slate. I think that will look good. It doesn't have any kind of like other features in it like the rest do. So I think we'll go cobbled here. I don't think I'm gonna get 64 though. Okay, and then that. All right, let's see if we can make this work. Frames are already bad here? I got 100. What do you mean they're bad? I have 96 frames. That's good. Oh. 62 when I look at these chests. Is it these chests or is it like towards Pearl? Let's see. This is where Minecraft is weird. What is it that... No, it's 104. Is it this armor stand? Surely it can't be one armor stand. Are you kidding me? What? Oh, man. Best worst equipment. Is that an award for Skiz's computer? Oh, man. Skiz's computer was a toaster yesterday in Phasmo. Oh man, and that stinks. He's got a new computer and it's a beast. There's something about this. It's literally costing me 30 frames a second. Watch. Give it a second. There we go. Up, up, up. It's over, yeah, 110 almost. That's all over the place though. Make up your mind, dude. What? It drops to 80. When I'm not looking at it, it's 110 just about. It's like, wow. Try to lock it? Well, let's move it. Hang on, come on, guys. We're squirrel. We will. Okay, we'll add it to the list. That's the next project. We have to. Jeez. Jeez. We were doing stuff. All right. Man. We'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. We're trying to do stuff, people. All right. Let's just make the general shape and see how that works. How many did I go right there? Oops. 1, 2, 3. Might need to go potentially 4. Let's make the flat shape and then let's try to detail it after. Let's see if that works. Oh, here's me doing the flying thing when I could totally do a... Okay. I also feel like it should be higher. Like is it below their feet right now? Yeah, this is hanging like below their feet. The whole thing needs to be up higher, doesn't it? But that's the general shape, right? Higher and bigger. Yeah, we'll make it bigger when we do the when we add like stairs and stuff. I think we can go 4x4 on it as well. Deep slate's blending into the background. Are you talking about the statues? Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced like this. I may switch this to like Blackstone or something. We may get a little Blackstone in it instead of the light grays. All right, how high do we need to move this thing? Like this is supposed to be the feet, I think, right here. So really, this should not be lower than the feet. There's only one block up. If this is, because it almost looks like this is the platform and not feet. So that's part of the problem too. Is there's no like platform. The base of it is one block too high. Yeah. Yeah, this is supposed to be the feet. That doesn't help. So if we establish this as like feet instead of looking like a platform, that I think is gonna do the trick, but oops. 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 Try copper. I was thinking, I don't know, we'll see, but we won't be able to get, well, I guess it depends on what copper we use. I was gonna say we won't be able to have details much. I also was thinking about switching these stone out for acacia, stripped acacia. I think would look good. Obsidian. Ooh, I'd hate to do obsidian and then change my mind about whether or not I like it. And you guys know how much I change my mind about stuff. Let's make these a little bit bigger. Like I said, we just want to get the general shape and then we'll detail it. Here, let's do this instead. Oh, wait a minute.
Cheating? You cheater! Lame.
Should we still bring it up one more block? I mean, now it actually is at the level where it would be sitting on the ground if we build like a better actual platform, right? If we build a platform, that's going to make more sense. Let's do this. Just so that our eyes are no longer like tricked by this. This won't be like the final product here, but here we'll do. You came here for the cleaning, and now we're working on a statue. I robbed you. I robbed you. Sorry. We shifted focus just a little bit because I've been meaning to do this. Needs to be done. How do I make? I forget how to. Oh, that's what it is. It's these guys, right? Let's make a few of those. Let's make a proper platform and then we'll see. So many squirrels. I know. There's just so many things to do. The truth is, I hate organization. And I made a promise that we would do it today, and then I started doing it and immediately. I just didn't want to do it anymore. No, geez, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't worry. I just saw. I felt it. You know, in chat, I felt a couple people getting bored. Just the annoyance of me opening chest after chest after chest, I think, is what might have been doing it. Because I was annoying myself. Flashbacks of editing the last video. Okay. So if we gave this like a proper platform, this will help at least to establish a vibe. I don't know, you know, like I said, I don't think these blocks are gonna stick, but I just want to give it a different color and stuff so that we can start to see like what might feel like a platform. So now that should hopefully already help. We'll fill that in. But yeah, that helps make it look like it's sitting on ground, right? Versus what it was before was like floating. We'll fill it in. I don't want to do too much because I'm not going to keep this. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to keep this. Like, I want to actually make it look cool eventually. Try to make it look like it goes behind this. Ooh, ghost block. Okay. Yeah, see, the feet need to be changed. If we change the feet, now I think Deep Slate will work for that. And then what do we change the feet to? You think this should be polished Deep Slate? The actual, this guy? The thing with polished Deep Slate is you're gonna get the lines in it. I was trying to avoid something that had lines. Magenta terracotta. I think that's a bit of a, Gilded Blackstone. Oh, that's expensive though. I don't have enough of that. That would look pretty sick, wouldn't it? Oh man, Gilded Blackstone would look amazing. With oh, but we won't be able to get any details. So I'm really hoping to have something that's got like stairs. Cause like, oh, I was about to try to. If we rounded the corners, I don't think I want to make this any smaller though. I think what I wanted to do was kind of like make it bigger. Oh, that means we got to bring the whole thing up again. Like, yeah, it's not gonna work. It's gonna turn right back into what we were. Ignore that. Ignore that. That just didn't work. This is why jump boost is nice. Look at us getting jumpy. Could go lighter with quartz. What else have I seen? Iron. Gold. Do we sacrifice the idea of having stairs? Copper would fit the vibe. Emerald would be too hard on the eyes, I think. That thing a teddy bear? A gummy bear. Is a gummy bear. I'm a gummy bear. Gummy, gummy. I don't remember the song. You're welcome if you got it in your head anyway. I think copper might work. All right, let's switch this out to copper. I want to switch this handle real quick too, because I think it's going to look pretty cool. Ow. We're not doing any organization now. Haha, I tricked you all. Thanks for coming to my... I'm going to organize haha just kidding stream. Don't worry, we'll get back to it. I really need to fix this. This is important. It's really important that I fix this before like Gem and Pearl spend too much time in this area showing it on camera. Because I had plenty of comments that I don't think I want them to get as well. Okay, so we got a bunch of waxed copper. Where did we land on stairs and stuff? Timmy, did I see your note? Which note? In chat today? Or in an email? Or... You know you got me on Discord, right? Discord's also good for me. I missed it, Timmy, wherever it was. Oh, unless... Oh, no, because I haven't read the donations out. Hang on. I gotcha. Okay. I'm a bit behind. Where were we? Brassy Chasty with 100 bits. Thank you so much. Just Kevin Things with 100 bits. Brassy again with 100 bits. My brain went there. Forgive me. Oops. Okay. I forgive you. Timmy Tech TV with a $3.14. Got a DNR. Yes, I will do that. Timmy. I'm looking over here for the camera. Yeah, I'll do that, Tim. And Gothic Sparrow, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Maybe try rounding out just the outer edge of the hammer. If you look at blacksmithing hammers, they are not rounded near the handle. Oh, okay, just the outside. That may help. Okay. Cool. I like that. Oops. We'll try that. I don't know. If we go with the copper, that means I'm gonna have to go from like this block of copper to cut copper for like stairs and stuff, right? Because they don't have blocked copper stairs. Should be pretty cool, actually. Nailed it. Boop. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking for these. No, not stripped. Oh, what was I doing? What was I thinking there? No, we want them like normal. That was embarrassing. Looks like he's writing the segue. Oh gosh. These top ones probably need to be... Yeah, these are probably the top ones right here. Maybe. That's still a thing? Yeah. So you don't see any of that. Got a sweep. It's always just me and Doc's always AFK. What is Doc AFKing for? Anybody know? What's Doc AFKing for these days? Ooh, could put those stairs at the top. Amethysts? Oh, he's running his little amethyst farm. Okay. Okay, straight away I got a feeling this is gonna look a little better. Yeah, look at that handle, looks so much better. Okay, that went too high. Do we feel like that handle went like one too high? 40,000 shards, jeez. AFK to watch Obi-Wan. Came out yesterday. Lots of stuff came out. Stranger Things. No? Handle's good? A lot of yes no's. We could go back to... I had just like a fair amount of detail on it. I don't know why I used the word fair amount. It was like two blocks. Let's do that. If I can, perfect landing. Like, oh no, but I gotta do this. Yep. Okay, hold on. We're good at this. We're professional Minecrafters. Don't worry. Don't worry. We have this. Where are they? Which way is the? Yep. Okay. Nope. Wrong block. That guy. I should have used my foot pedals. Okay. Eminem put out a new album today? No, he didn't. No, that's not working. No way. See, the problem with the stone is the stone blends right in. Dang. I need to put these back, don't I? Oh, whatever we end up making that out of might work. So if it's like copper dripstone blocks, copper blocks might work. Can you dig it? El Kitty 13, thank you so much for $3.14. Hope you have a great weekend. Remember, you are building a 3D statue, but the hammer in front is 2D. Try rounding out toward the other side of the river potentially. Yeah, I just wanted to get the 2D shape, and then I think we'll try to pull out a little bit of 3D with some of the. Yeah, I might make it a little bigger and then pull out some of the 3D-ish stuff. But yeah, definitely wanted to at least get the 2D shape down. But thank you for that. Hope you have a good weekend as well. Looking forward to hanging out, spending some time maybe in the pool this weekend. I got a little more work I got to do on my studio as well. All right, I'm gonna leave that there. Let's. We were gonna change this out to copper though. Shall we try? I really like the gilded blackstone idea. The problem is it's just full blocks. We'd get in trouble there without having any flexibility for detail. Copper may be a little too gaudy. Is that the word? Gaudy? Okay, so we have. I fell. I'm good at this. Boop, boop. It might look good though. It's definitely gonna stand out. Yeah, especially if we let some of this age a little bit to give it some detail. I got a feeling this is gonna look good. Yeah, we can do something with this, can't we? Let a few of these age a little bit, you know, kind of have that same vibe going on there. Ooh, maybe cut is better. You think cut would be any better? So there's cut, right? Don't let it oxidize all the way. I just placed all waxed ones. So it looks like a dumbbell. Don't worry, we're gonna fix the shape. We're gonna fix the shape. A mix. Oh, get a little bit of texture in there. Okay. Do we have to use a stone cutter for cutting this properly? It's 4 to get 4. But in a stone cutter, isn't it like way more? That's so weird. 4 times as much by using a stone cutter. Man. I'd hate to accidentally, you know what I mean? Accidentally craft it in the crafting table versus here. Oh, I had a bunch already. Man. Stone cutter to cut metal. That's true. Look at us, like, procrastinating from organizing. B-Dubs has an IOU from you. Oh. What was the IOU for? No. Does he? Does B-Dubs have an IOU? Does he really? What was it for? I can't remember stuff. I think Scar does too, doesn't he? I think I have an IOU for Scar. Maybe when we get organized, I'll find all that stuff. He did the IOU. Yeah, it was the interior of my... He did the IOU. He did the interior of my shop. Right? That was it? You win. I think I need more of that. If we're gonna put it in, I can't just have 2 blocks. I don't know. I honestly don't know how I feel about this right now. Yeah, if we get the stairs in, that'll help. How come, like, whatever block I'm standing next to has, like... Because I'm looking at it. This'll work when we have a few more, actually, age. Scar broke your honey block. Yeah, I did see his episode yesterday. That's funny, because on stream we had no idea, right? We were like, what's happening? Where did it go? And then I watched Scar's video, and he was just like... He went into F5. You go into F5, and then you don't see what you're punching, you know? So we went into F5, and he punched, and he didn't know what he hit. Let's do bop, 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 bop. And then once I see them kind of like age a little bit, I'll re-wax them. That'll work. No, I haven't watched the, what did you say? Kenobi? Oh, I thought you said something else. No, I haven't watched the new series. Okay. All right, so... Stairs... Do we remove blocks and put stairs in, or add stairs? Uneven. What's uneven? Oh. I gotta get rid of that block right there. Yeah. Should we take out these corners and put stairs there, or make the whole thing a bit bigger? It does kind of feel like it could go bigger, yeah? So, like... Can I have that back? I really like that block. Okay. So if we kind of rounded this out a bit. And then stair this. This is super difficult. And then somebody was saying, like, the inside shouldn't have detail, like roundedness. It's uneven now. I see that. So do we make the center 1 block bigger as we go up? Or do we actually do another block and make it even bigger? I feel like we make it even bigger. And then move this center up. So I'll take all these blocks and just pop it on top. This is fun. See, should have done this in creative. Would have been a lot easier. Would have been a lot easier doing creative, but... I just knew I had to get rid of what was there because it was problematic. Thicker's better. Yeah, because when we bring out the the 3D in the front and the back, I think. I think we'll bring out a layer in the back and in the front. And we'll have it come in just a little bit. Or not. That's a good question. No, I don't think so. I think I'll just stick with that and then we'll carve detail into it. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. Building is fun. Building is difficult but fun. Okay. And then we'll take this bottom and move it up. No. Okay. All right, let's see that. Woo! It's getting bigger. We can work with this though. When we give it depth. Right? Can we work with this, or is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tall and then only 5 wide? I can't go out more. We can't go out more. Are we just getting right back to look at us wandering trader. Uh-huh. I have found your place. Oh yeah, no, keep traveling, keep traveling. I made a key. Oh no. We're gonna end up just right back in the same place we were with the same issue we had before. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like I said, I don't think I want to make this any wider than it already is. So this is how it is. No, one more. It's gonna look the same. Oh no, I'm really worried this is gonna look the same. Oh, whoops. Hello. Yeah, we haven't solved any problems. Have we? We're just right back to where we were. Just get rid of the stairs. If it's not rounded, then we don't have a problem. Is that gonna solve it? On the bottom too. What we could do is give it some like inner detail. Gonna waste a lot of copper doing this. Let me just do this. I'm just gonna use blocks. It doesn't look as good, but does this solve our problem? Once we start bringing like the detail out, look at this, we're wasting blocks. We might just be right back to where we're at before. Why is this so difficult? This is way more difficult than it needs to be. Oops. Right? maybe. Once we give it depth, does that help at all? I feel like rounding out the hammerhead is the problem. Yeah, anytime we add this back in, it makes it round. Oh, maybe I just don't use a hammer. Or one of these could be smaller than the other. Does that help? Dang it. Just make a pickaxe. Well, battle axe is kind of what we did over here. It is symmetrical though, instead of like mine. So I didn't want the same thing on both sides. I was trying to give it some variety and not be symmetrical for once and just have the same thing on both sides. A shovel? Why not a sword? Ooh. A sword would work. Okay. Oh, man. Yes, make the sides non-symmetrical, yeah. A sword might work. If it was diagonal. Diagonal's hard too, though. Yeah, I think we gotta get away from the hammer. I think we gotta get away from the hammer and just... I might do a sword instead. Okay, so... Have I at least solved a problem for now? My biggest fear is that Gem and Pearl are gonna come and they're gonna be working on their base and they're gonna be doing a time lapse, or they're gonna be like, oh, look at it, Impulse has done this, and then they're gonna get the comments. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I'm just gonna take it away. I'm just gonna take it away. All that work. All that work. Sword might be the way to go. Don't try to take my copper. I told you, don't try to take my copper. Yeah, I think we'll just make a sword and be done with it. Apparently you can't make a hammer in Minecraft and not have it look like something it's not supposed to look like. This is 10 times better right now. Yes! Oh, I left a block. Oops. That's his weapon. Just that. It's better than what it was. Oh, I nailed that. That was amazing. Ow. I think we said that's too short, isn't it? No, it'll work for now. He has a stick. That's what it is. All right. Well, the problem is solved for now. I'm gonna have to do creative. I'm gonna have to go into creative and design it. That wasn't the plan for today. We'll spend the entire stream trying to figure out what to do with this guy if I don't move on back to what we were supposed to be doing today. So, problem solved. There won't be any comments on Gem and Pearl's video other than like, why does the statue not have anything? That's much better than the other comment they would be getting. So we just spent an hour going backwards. You're welcome. You're welcome. I have wasted all your time. You are all now dumber thanks to me. May God have mercy on your soul. Isn't that the quote? Name it. Name it. I probably butchered the quote, but name it anyway. Billy Madison, there you go. Lady DW. Nailed it. First one. This is what I like to call terracotta. Yes. All right. Which wood can I make some chests out of? Just need a few. All right. Time to continue cleaning. How can you send an image to me? Twitter is the best way. If you're not on Twitter, I mean, I see stuff if it's posted on Reddit, but then you're posting it for everybody. You can always whisper me a link, but I get a little nervous about that too. Links to downloads. I don't want you hacking my computer. If you're on Discord. But the only people that can message me on Discord is like my patrons and stuff. Oh geez, I'm getting shot at. Oh gosh! Jeez! Jeez! What? How is the portal still lit after that? You, my friend, bad. Jeez. That was loud. Was it as loud for you as it was for me? Why is the portal breaking sound stupidly loud? It like I jumped out of my chair. It's not just me, right? Are portals breaking loud for you guys when you play Minecraft? Is it just like a sound? That's something they need to fix. Okay. I'm gonna tell Mojang they need to fix that. Mojang needs to fix that. Or Mojang, if you like to say it that way. Are all these empty? All right, let's empty these. Okay. Empty chests. We need you. Thank you. If you're empty, you're coming down. And we're going to use you in the other base anyway. Haha, look at us go. Look at us cleaning up. Like professionals. I should craft this into blocks. No reason to have raw coal when we can craft it. I mean Microsoft? That's true. They probably need to fix it in both versions. I don't know. Do they? Is it bad in Bedrock too? Wheezy Watcher says, hi Impulse, thanks for keeping my bird company while I was away. He really likes talking to me. Amazing, no way. I can't tell if you're trolling or are you serious. Like, did you just put me on like TV and your bird is actually like trying to talk back to me? That's hilarious. I need to see a video on Twitter. If that's like, get a video of your bird talking to me through the screen. If that's real, I have to see it. You serious? Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Oh, you gotta get a video of that. Seriously. Ooh, that's where all the slime blocks I borrowed from XB went. Look at me, I have slime blocks. XB hooked me up when we were doing the diamond block bearded bros thing. Because I needed some slime. I didn't need that much slime. He was very generous. Still doing alright on emeralds. When you have time, look up Dwarven Matic. Alright, thanks, Timmy. Where's my notepads now? Where's my notepads at? There you are. Thank you. Okay, made a note. Thanks, Timmy. Ugrok, thank you so much for the resub. 1 year anniversary. Hope you have a great weekend as well, my friend. Oh, you did stuff and things, Timmy. I see, I see. I'm still getting used to like how I can see all the amazing stuff people be doing. Like Guernsey with the 100 biddies, thank you so much. Could it be proportions is the problem? The hammer seems rather large. Possibly, yeah. It's just hard to get detail in a small design. That's why I didn't want to do statues in the first place, because I knew they were going to be, I knew those statues were going to be a little bit smaller than I wanted them to be in order to get a good detail out of them. Hence the reason why they end up looking like gummy bears. So yeah, proportions, right? That's the right word. Captain Ireland, thanks for the 500 bits. Hey, Impulse, just to let you know, stream title still has Jit's title. What? Control F5? Are you sure? Nope. Nope. You probably got your browser probably got stuck. Captain Ireland, thanks for 500 bits though. Do a Control F5, and you'll get the new stream title. JTD in the house, how's it going, my friend? 500 bits. Make a single-headed hammer, either facing out for symmetry. Yeah, maybe that's the key. Is make the one side like the like kind of the chisel part, and the other one the hammer part, and then it won't look so like it does. Polar Bear, 500 bits. Thank you. Hey, Impulse, maybe check out Voldendrung from Skyrim. The hammer looks like a solid block, no indent. Okay. I will make a note of that as well, Polar Bear. Yeah, I think I just need to spend some time kind of off stream looking and seeing creative mode and testing. Gloomanic, thanks for the 100 bits. Brassy Chassis with 100 bits. You were across the room and that breaking sound made me flinch. Jeez, yeah, that was loud. TV Tech TV with $3.14. Send in a link for me to check out. Okay, thank you so much, Timmy. I'll grab that after the stream. Ambadir, gifting out 5 gifted sub bomb. Thank you so much. Vegas softballer in the house with 1,100 biddies, I should say. Happy Friday. Do a Warhammer. Yeah, I need to just look up different shapes of hammers, I think, is the key. You're right. Thank you so much for that. Thank you guys for kicking off a hype stream as well. Oop, I didn't do that right. Okay, we're back. Look at us go. Now we're making progress. Look at how many chests were just empty. Jeez. Here I was like in the other base struggling to make a chest, and I have all these just empty here. Yeah, this storage was awesome. 1 egg. 1 egg in the storage. Jeez. What am I gonna do with that 1 egg? Look at all the black wool I have. That must be left over from when I was making map art. Somebody said I should probably see if Beef needs any of my leftovers from when I did that Illuminate sign. I think he's doing pretty well on wool though. That's a super important egg. That may be the 1 egg I need to start a chicken farm or something. I don't know. I'm a bit of a hoarder. We all know this. Okay? Now, if you've ever watched that show Hoarders on whatever channel it's on, I'm not like that, okay? I'm not like show worthy. But I do have boxes of like computer parts and cables in my garage from like 1999. I mean, there's floppy drives in those boxes. There's CD-ROMs. I don't have any CRT monitors or anything like that, though. Who doesn't? All right, I'm not alone. Excellent. AOL discs? Probably. I'm sure I have. Hold on. This is worth the wait. Hold on. Okay, I didn't have to go far. Look at this. Anybody remember these? Ooh. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what's on these. Oh, look at this. Jason Mraz burned CD. Yeah. Sure, there's an AOL disc in this pile. Look at this. That's a lot. Let's just peruse. Let's peruse it a little bit. All right. I'm just gonna... Oh. Okay, some of these have my personal information on. Hold on. Oh, a lot of them have my name on them. Nelly Furtado. Our Lady Peace. Ooh. Eminem. Black Eyed Peas. There's some good stuff. A Perfect Circle. Gavin DeGraw. Incubus. My goodness, I got some good CDs in here. I'm not gonna mention that one. Ooh, Kids Bop. Yes. All right. Back to organizing. Fine. I'm making fun of me. Squirrel. He just doesn't want to get organized, does he? You know those are illegal, right? These are copies of music I bought and own. I copy them for backup purposes. So no, they're legal. Every one of those I paid for. No, I own every one of those albums. I'm serious in that. I have a box full of the originals in their cases in another room. Yeah, backup's fair use. Anyway, before you guys go report me, oh, don't get me arrested, because I backed up my CDs in case they got scratched and stuff. I've got them all burned to digital now anyway, so I've you don't call burning when you make them digital. That wouldn't be burning. But I took those, I digitized them all, and they're in my like iTunes library on a hard drive somewhere else that I've lost. So ripping, yes, ripping. Thank you. It's been a while. Forgot the term. Yeah, I ripped them all. I ripped them off. You burn the CDs, and then when you convert them from CD to digital, you're ripping. I know, ripping does sound bad, doesn't it? Sounds like I did something illegal. How am I today? I'm good. I'm good. I keep getting made fun of because I keep taking little breaks to go on little side tangents here, and people know that it's just because I hate organizing, so you give me a hard time. We're getting there, peeps. We're getting there. Come on now. New haircut? No, just new camera angle. It's been a couple weeks. Something tells me this is gonna have a... Oh, okay, no, it didn't. Cleviard, thank you so much for the Can You Dig It $20 donation. Appreciate you. Jim Beasy with the 100 bits. Fine Starcraft. Brood Wars and the stack of CDs. End stream. No, never got into that one. Although there is one thing that could entice me to end the stream and do something else. I'll show you this. Okay, I gotta clean my office too. It's this guy right here. This one. This could tempt me right here. Eh? The whole Battlefield 2 collection. See, I pay for stuff. Oh, it's got it. It's got the disc and everything. It's got the book. I can't show you the back because that's where the codes are. Oh, amazing. I know you can just get this in like whatever client EA uses these days. Forget what it's called. Battlefield 2 was the best one, by the way. I have no authority in saying that because I haven't played anything past Battlefield 4, but once Battlefield got into this like crazy, every single part of your gun can be changed out, and like every engagement was like hyper speed. Your neurons better be firing 1,000,000 miles an hour or else you're gonna die. And maybe that was just me getting old too. But game wasn't the same. It became about just aim and, you know, spray and pray or whatever, instead of actual tactical maneuvers. Battlefield 2 was much more like you get with your teammates, you like have like an actual war strategy going on, and then you can like execute it, where the rest of the battlefields just kind of got crazy. We just run in and there was no like strategy at all, it felt like. I just felt like you would just die with not even knowing who shot you or where they shot you from and stuff, and it was just like ugh. Plus vehicles. The vehicles in Battlefield 2 were amazing. Flying a helicopter. It's the reason why my mouse is inverted, by the way. Flying the helicopter in Battlefield 2 was the most fun experience I ever had in like war games like that. I was a great helicopter pilot. I had the joysticks. I had like the throttle one and then the other one, whatever you call it. It was amazing. You guys want a hand cam to see how I pull off my inverted mouse? It's because when you're flying a helicopter, you pull back on the joystick. That's what I meant, joystick. Yeah, you pull back on the joystick to nose up. And so when it came to playing a game like Minecraft, it felt natural for me to pull back to look up. So I play inverted. Ooh, we got a bunch of empties here. Okay, that's good to know. I'm gonna leave those actually. We'll remove that. Another inverted mouser in the house. Nice. Nice. I'm not alone. Everybody that finds out that I play with an inverted mouse, they like freak out. It's funny. How could you? How do you do that? Shout out to the thumb shifters. Oh no. I'm not that. That's for sure. Nope. Yeah, Mumbo is definitely I feel like he's got a weirder habit. The weirdest habit. Like inverted mouse is nothing compared to bending your thumb under. How do you even do that? Bend your thumb on. I get a cramp in my thumb. In my hand. How do you bend your thumb underneath to hit the shift button? Ew. I've never even tried to. Try it. Everyone try it right now if you have a keyboard in front of you. Put your left hand middle finger on the W, ring finger on the A, index finger on the D, you know, and then pull your thumb underneath and try to hit the shift button. Just try it. With keeping your fingers on the WASD. That's how Mumbo hits the shift button in Minecraft. Did you all try it? How many people got a cramp in their hand? Trying it. Anyone else? Get a cramp in your hand? When you're 6'5", your thumb is like 8 inches long, so it reaches, right? That's it. That's what Momo's got going for him. I warned you about the cramping, so you can't sue me. You were warned. By warned, I mean I told you that my hand cramped, so you should have known. $6.5 here. Still got a hand cramp. All right, all right. Oh, man. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is amazing. Look at all that taken care of. Okay, let's check again. Our frames are worse now? This wasn't really my fault, was it? It's probably those signs downstairs. I almost messed up my work spreadsheet. Trying to thumb shift. Oh, man. All right, these are empty. Those ones we're gonna fill. All right, we're taking these. We're taking these. We'll take these over, drop them off, and then we're gonna take a quick little break. Dude, we've been going for 2 hours. 2 hours, and you guys probably need a break from me doing this, right? All those are empty. These are empty. These are gonna be for rockets. That's our wood in case we need more chests, which we don't. All right, cool. We'll take some empties downstairs. I got a bunch of chests down there as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oops. Love these doors. A break to avoid anything I do that's not organizing, you guys are accusing me of trying to get out of it. You think the shulkers are bringing down the FPS? Maybe. Wait, is that my bridge? No. What if the same colored empty shulkers stack? That'd be amazing. Yeah, as long as they were emptied. Makes sense to me. Oh man, every one of these needs to be like organized. Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun. All right. Oh, by the way, yeah, hopper stack. That's true. By the way, look at. Have you guys seen this? You probably didn't notice when I started the stream. Have you noticed I've been doing a little digging? I've dug this down quite a bit. I'm trying to get to where Pearl's at, and then the rest I'm gonna explode. So check this out. This is where we're at. Statistics, items, boom. 304,000 stone. That's what I do on my off days. I just dig stone. 304,000. Woo! I don't know if we're gonna hit 1 million. I don't know if I want to hit 1 million. But yeah, this place is coming along. Like, we will have a chance to start working on the innards of the base. And I think it's gonna look good. I know we've struggled on the front, and I still haven't quite nailed it, obviously, with our statue designs, and I feel like there's still some more terrain tweaking that I want to do. I think I want to pull this terrain kind of over the top a little bit, and yeah, we need to fix a bunch of this and fix the river. Like, there's a lot to do out here, and I'll get to it. I just I need to get some more inspiration back in me, because it was such a struggle that it kind of, I don't know, took the wind out of my sails a little bit trying to get it right. So we'll get back to it, but I've been digging away just so that when we're ready, the inside's going to be ready to start designing all the walls. Gonna do some statues in here. We'll definitely have more room for like actual nice statues in the room, and then all the walkways and stuff. It's gonna look cool. I'm telling you guys, like, the inside is what I'm more excited about. So I think that's part of the reason why the outside's been such a struggle. It's because I know what I'm doing on the inside. I didn't know what I was gonna do on the outside. Episode title, 1 million blocks later. Gotta do it, right? Feel like I gotta do it? Did you take the other shipments out of your mob drop box? Oh, the other shulkers. Did you get auto-corrected to shipments? Oh, autocorrect doesn't know. Autocorrect does not understand the word shulker. Trust me, it could have been worse than shipments. I feel like I need to enunciate that too, don't I? Oh, that actually is mob drops, so that can stay. There you go. Thank you, because you knew I was going to forget that I put them in there. You knew. That's why you were telling me. There we go. All right, let's see. What do I need to do? I need to fill up my water. So we're going to have to do some Hermit Gang today. Hermit Gang. We'll do some Hermit Gang and go fill up my water, take a quick little break, bio break, and then I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I gotta find my music though. Boop. There you are. Here you go. Okay, be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Listen, Green. Nobody touches my bush. You're done. It all started when Green touched my redstone. He played himself like a xylophone, set on automatic. Dark Monster is a savage with technical skills and crazy vocal acrobatics. I'm a legend of the NHO with Etho, Beef, and Double O. Doc MC is coming for you sevenfold. Got Randog, another fireman to douse the flames that you shoot at this Leviathan. Iskell can try again.
You think I'm in hiding, I'm just biding my time. Putting pen to paper, coming up with rhymes. With a star-studded group who got together just to crush you. Once we start something, you know we're gonna see it through. I'm the not the soldier who brings the fight at first light. Y'all had to inside, so now I gotta end. That you're guilty of getting murdered with words. Y'all are outgunned. Go home, nerds.
Hermit Gang, 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 Hermit Gang.
If you think you can stop the symmetry, that's false. Your team is dialing for help, but I'm ignoring their calls. And when their bodies dissolve, you know that force is on a killing spree. Try to stop my PvP and perish painfully. I'm the queen of hearts, heads and body parts. She diamond armor, come competitor. My martial arts, I'll send a poison dart to make you breathe your final breath. G-Team's name will be the only thing left.
Caffeinated, animated, redstone innovator. My behavior's crazy, can't face me. Impulse is never lazy. Tango, why would you betray me? Now my scope is aiming. Better run from cover from all the gas balls that I be taming. Without a sound, without no hesitation, my creations are amazing. Better watch your step or the G-Team will end up blazing. Who's the better team? There is no controversy. But before it's said and done, y'all be begging us for mercy. Hermit Gang, 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 Hermit Gang.
Oh, X gon' give it to ya, I'm gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya, what? Lyrical boxing, dropping blows on all my foes. In the G-Team, they're looking unclean, needing some sunscreen. Burnt by words to hurt this herd of nerds. It's absurd how my rhymes got them injured. Danger, danger, I got lasers to cut them up like razors. It's flexing season and I got flavour. No weak defences like trenches and fences that these dense heads are presenting. They're presenting them all right. They're not very good. I could walk over that. I could jump over that. I could use an ender pearl. Use my elytra. Come on, G-Team. Jeez.
You know, I don't know what to say. Let me see. Hermit Gang, 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 Hermit Gang. Now I'm back, got some things I wanna say. Yeah. What's the letter that starts the alphabet? Hey, ladies get in line, the diggity be on the way. Kiff, Cleo don't know who she freaking with. Ooh, all the signs say to notify her next of kin. This diggity doll been dropping bombs, nothing but hits. Hey, spit that right again, cause the message is I can mumble rap and still be the best there is. Hermit Gang, 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 Hermit Gang.
Oh, you wanted me to do a verse? I'd have to check with G-Team. I mean, I'll have to check with my schedule and see if I can see if I'm able to do that sort of thing, you know. Busy guy. Oh, you know. Oh, bananas. Oh, you know. Oh, bananas. Oh, bananas. Oh, bananas. Oh, bananas. I just don't know if it's a good idea for me to be part of this song.
All right, we're back. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for jamming to some Hermit Gang. Still not sick of it. Still not sick of it. You know, I was just thinking, if I'm gonna be a little honest with you guys, I was just thinking, you know what? I know that we're just casual Friday and we're just organizing and stuff, but like every once in a while, I feel like I don't really have I'm kind of out of sorts in a way. You know, like think to myself, how's the stream been going? And I was like, it's been a little weird today. It's been a little, I feel like I've been off. I'm a little off, you know, not quite myself. Something's going wrong. I think it's just because my setup changed with my monitors and stuff. And I'm like, I'm all out of sorts. I don't know where stuff is, you know, like I'm going to have to get used to this new setup. And I feel like I've been missing all sorts of people being amazing. Cause it's way over here now. And I feel weird like looking over there. Anyway, I'll get used to it. Don't worry. I've been a little discombobulated today. Weird streams are fun. Okay. All right. Well, thanks. Yeah, I don't even know where I left off on the thank yous here. IX3, did I get you? Did I get you? I didn't, did I? Matt K with 100 bits. Thank you so much. River Kent with 100 bits. Post a quick idea on Twitter. Yeah, I just checked Twitter actually on that little break. Yeah, I'm all disoriented, and I think it's because my setup is completely different, and it's thrown me off kilter. River Kent MC with 100 bits. Yeah, thanks for sending me stuff on Twitter. People have been sending me some great stuff on Twitter to help out with getting that Warhammer figured out. So thank you for that. I just saw a bunch of great stuff, and I'm looking forward to giving it a go. So appreciate all that help. I didn't ask for it, but you guys delivered, and I appreciate that. The reason I say that is because last time I asked for help, I got a little bit of backlash for me asking for artists to do stuff for free for me, and that's not my intent, and I got to be careful how I state things. IX3, thank you so much for the 5 gifted sub bomb. Appreciate you, and the 100 bits as well. You feel old because of the CDs. Is that why? Guernsey with 100 bits. Yeah, I remember back when we had floppy disks. Yep. Ice Evil Pixie, thanks for the 100 bits. 9-year-old is into vintage tech. The older guy who lives next door gave him a CRT TV, and he's asking for CD RWs, the rewritable ones, with a CD burner for his birthday. That's cool. That is really cool. But it's sad that CD writers are vintage tech. I mean, come on. Can we get him like an 8-track or something? Now we can talk vintage. Get him an 8-track. Okay? Or at least a like VCR, you know, go a little further back. Oh, that's funny. Jim Beasy, thanks for the 100 bits. Appreciate you. Cyril Starburn with 100 bits. Looking through old CDs on stream. The ultimate technique of procrastination. So I can't talk right today either. Jeez. Belfed Joe with the 500. I give up. I should just stop. Oh, Belfed Joe with the $5 Can You Dig It? I'm missing out, my friend. Battlefield 1 is a gem. Oh, you know what? I never did try Battlefield 1 because I think it was like before my Battlefield exposure. Battlefield 1's a gem. Interesting. That might be fun to give that a go. Jay Harvey, thanks for the 1,000 biddies. Borealis Laura with 100 bits. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Okay, I think I got caught up. I think I'm caught up. I think we're good. Thank you guys so much for putting up with whatever happens today. You had a VHS rewinder. Oh yeah, the little separate device. The little separate device that you put the VHS tape in, that its sole purpose in life was just to rewind the tape. I remember those. I just used my actual VCR to rewind the tapes, but do you remember like rewinding VHS tapes were like such a thing that Blockbuster had to have a slogan to remind you. Yeah, be kind, rewind, right? So they tried to guilt trip you into making sure you would rewind your VHS tapes before you return them to Blockbuster. Because otherwise the employees at Blockbuster would have to do it and it would cost them time and stuff. So they tried to guilt trip you into it. Remember, be kind, rewind. Amazing. Oh, I miss Blockbuster. Blockbuster was so fun. So fun. It was always just this awesome experience of going in and just, it was like just exploring this, you know, you always walk in unless you're in the mood for like an older movie, you just walk around the outer edge, right, of the store. You always go left to right, and you work your way back, because I think that's how that was alphabetical order, and it was the newer movies. And it was always fun just going in there and just being like, oh, let's see what movies have come out. You know, what new movies have come out this weekend. And if you weren't in there like right on Friday when they came out, like, good luck. Go back in on Tuesday when everybody had to return them. And then you might be able to get one. Every once in a while, you'd find that movie and you see the little rental one tucked behind the case and you're like, yes! It's exciting. Now you just turn on your TV and go to Amazon Prime or Netflix or whatever, and they're just all right there. Disney Plus. Remember renting video games? Yes, I remember renting video games. It was the worst though, because like you would never be through the game. You would never be done oops, this is my stuff. You'd never be done playing the game by the time it was due back. And so it was always like really sad. You know, like, you know, back when I was a kid, you know, my mom would be like, you know, hey, we got to take this game back to Blockbuster. And I'm like, oh, but I'm almost on the final level. I haven't beat it yet. Can we re-rent it? Can we re-rent it, please? Please. Fun times. I think there's still like one Blockbuster left in like Oregon or something, unless they recently shut it down. It's there for like nostalgia reasons, basically. I don't think it makes any money. Bend, Oregon. It's in Bend, Oregon. Is it basically just like a tourist thing now? Is it like a museum? Or is it actually operating? Like people go in there and actually rent stuff? Remember Tower Records? Yes, Tower Records was really great. I'm assuming those are gone too. Best friend met her husband at Blockbuster. Very nice. Your TikTok buddy goes to that Blockbuster. So it's still like operating. You can still go and get stuff. Like go rent movies from there. That's fantastic. I mean, for a while, like what, Redbox came in, and then it was like, oh, you don't need a store because you can rent from a vending machine. That's kind of sad. Like the experience of like Redbox was nowhere near the fun of walking through an actual Blockbuster. I feel like Redboxes are still around. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen some recently. Didn't last long, but they're still lingering. I'm telling you, I've seen some Redbox kiosks. I remember one time I was looking for a job and I almost went in for like a job where you just go around like swapping out the discs and like whatever, like refilling the red box vending machines. And then I thought the better of it. Decided I didn't want to do that. Oh. One time when I was really hurting for a job, I went in to a place where they were selling knives door to door. It was like door to door salesman. And you go around trying to get people to buy these like nice knives. And I was just crushing the interviews, right? Like they love me. The people doing the interviews, they were like, this guy's amazing. We got to hire this guy. And I was in the, you know, 40 people, you know, 40 people in that day trying to interview for this door-to-door knife salesman job for whatever reason. And so I get to the end and they're like, you're great. Cutco, maybe. I don't remember the name of it. This was like decades ago. Could have been Cutco, maybe. And so I get to the end of the whole interview process. You know, I've been through like 3 or 4 panels or whatever, and they're like, okay, you're exactly what we're looking for in a we'll say it's Cutco, maybe it was in a knife salesman. And I was like, okay, great. What do I do now? What's the next step? And they're like, well, you're gonna have to buy your own set of knives to like take door to door and show off. So first things first, we're gonna need like $800 from you to buy your set of knives that you're going to use to make sales. And I was like, well, then I'm just going to leave. And I walked out. Oh. Yeah. You got the job. Now give us money. I don't think that's how this is supposed to work. Oh, luckily I was smart enough to just walk out at that point. You know, they try to make you feel all special. You passed all of our interviews. You did amazing. We can't wait to see what you can do out there. You're going to sell these amazing knives to so many people. Now give us your money. What? Meanwhile, all other 40 people that interviewed got the same statement probably. You all got the job. Which one of you is willing to give us your money? Wait. I'm in here looking for a job. That means I don't have money. Have you ever thought about that? I'm trying to get a job to get money. That means I don't have money to give you to buy these knives. Yeah. A lot of people know about this. It was some sort of pyramid scheme. Man, there is some nastiness out there, isn't there? There is some nastiness. Some greedy people. Sad times. That was decades ago. Like, these things are the worst. Ghost Lily just got a job. Congratulations. Amazing. One of the original MLMs, along with Avon, Pampered Chef, Tupperware. Yeah. MLM. Why have I never heard this term, MLM? Help me, what's it stand for? Multi-level marketing. All right, thank you. Multi-level. So yeah, just another word for pyramid scheme. Got it. Okay. Hey, that's why we come to these streams. Today, we learned a thing, right? Yeah, nice way of saying pyramid stream. Scheme. Woo! Words. Yeah. All right, that stuff can stay. I don't care about that stuff. All right, so we cleared out this room. There is stuff down there that I need to get, but I say let's return this first. It's a pyramid stream. Yes, welcome to our pyramid stream. Oh, man. That's what we gotta do, Evil. We gotta figure out a way. We're gonna make pyramid streaming a thing. Whatever strategies MLMs use to scam people out of their money, somehow we're gonna apply that to streaming. I don't know how. Cub had lots of pyramid streams. All right, give you that. All right. Well done. Well done. That was a good one. Last season. Wait, not last season. Season before last. Season... What season are we on? 7? I mean, we're on 9, but I mean, yeah, 2 seasons ago, season 7 is when he did his pyramid. Cub had lots of pyramid streams. Oh, that's funny. I've been putting this in there, and see, I don't really have a place for like furnace eye. Oh, but we did have, look at that, we had some gilded blackstone, but only 17. That's why we couldn't do the war hammer out of gilded blackstone, because I only had 17 of them. It's not easy to get those. Congratulations, you are now a follower. Now subscribe and ask other people to subscribe. Now we'll get you some more followers as long as you get me more followers, and then your followers also get you followers and me more followers, and so on and so forth. Isn't that how it works? just go convince everyone. Yeah. Make a square hammer with gilded blackstone bands. Ooh. I can't get in my own door. It's because I try to open it even though it opens on its own. All right. Look at that. Look at us go. Amazing. Wait, now I can't make rockets here. How is that stone? Okay. Was it nighttime out? Yeah. The door looks good. Functional, not so much. All right, well, we got to clean up everything, don't we? I know I just slept in that bed. This is bad now, too. I feel like we should just tear it down. We were doing something here, though. It was going to be cool. Watch me find an Easter egg. That would be hilarious. Oh man. How do we do these? These are bone blocks. Yeah. Oh, I love that sound. Don't you love the sound of bone blocks? Door operating is hard, yes. Oh man. Yeah. Breaking bones is fun. Oh, jeez. And that line of glowstone is probably there for good reason, but probably because of this design that I did. We could open another shop up here. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense now that we have an actual shopping district. I don't know what we're gonna do with this space. It's just empty up here now. Have I broken a bone? Yes, I have, in fact. 2 of them in the same wrist at the same time. That was fun. You want to hear the story? Here's the story. It was the first day of winter break in 1996-ish, we'll call it. And hang on, before we get more into the story, we got a raid coming in. Joel Dugan, thank you so much, my friend. Joel, thank you so much for that raid. Appreciate it. Welcome, raiders. We are just starting our story about how I broke 2 bones in my wrist at the same time. Yes. So I do remember. Yes, it was like the first night of my winter break, and decided, because I live in Arizona, winter isn't really a thing where it gets cold. So I was able to go out to a park and play basketball that night. And the park near my house has full court basketball, and pretty much every night you can go down there and you can get in on a pickup game of 5-on-5 full court basketball. And I played a lot of basketball. I played on the freshman team, and this was my freshman year. So yeah, I guess it would have been about 95 maybe, because it was about to turn to 96, I suppose. So yeah, I believe. Anyway, don't worry about the dates. So so I went to get in on the game, and I loved, you know, I was kind of that pesky point guard, you know, and I loved playing defense. So I was playing some defense, and the other thing I had going for me was I was big into working out back then, and every time I worked out, I would really hit my legs hard, you know, squats and stuff. And so I was pretty good at jumping. I could jump like a spring. So anyway, I'm playing defense, full court basketball, playing defense, and I managed to swipe the ball. Guy tried to go through his legs, you know, and I saw it coming, whoop, knocked the ball out, and I was able to get a breakaway. Just me with nothing ahead of me except for the hoop that's on the other side of the court. And I'm fast. I'm going as fast as I can. Nobody's on my tails. I've got this. And I decided I'm gonna dunk the ball. 5'8", by the way. I'm 5'8". I'm gonna dunk the ball, because I knew at this court I could do it. I could dunk the ball, because it was like, I don't know why it was like slightly lower than 10 foot, but I knew I could dunk the ball. So I decided this is the time where I'm gonna actually dunk the ball in a game, because I'm on a breakaway. So I jump up and I dunk it, and I grab onto the rim, because I'm like, I want to hang there, and like, because my body's going, my body was flying. I was going so fast, right? So I needed to hang on the rim, because my body was gonna go whoop, like horizontal to the ground, because I was going so fast towards the rim. And as I was hanging on the rim, I realized, well, this park doesn't really want people to dunk. They don't want the people to dunk the ball on these rims, because people do that and they bend the rims and stuff, and then they got to replace them. So what this park did to prevent people from dunking the ball and hanging on the rim was they put this like metal sheet around the outside of the rim. I didn't know about this. So as I'm hanging on the rim and my body's momentum is carrying to a horizontal position, my hands feel this metal sheet digging into them, and it was painful, and I had to let go. So as I let go, 10 feet up in the air, almost 10 feet, because the hoop was like 9'8" or something, I'm horizontal to the ground, and I fall like a pancake. Boom. 9 feet down. And I caught myself with my right wrist, right, to ease my fall, so I didn't just body slam my entire body into the ground head first type thing. I catch myself with my right hand, and it broke both bones in my wrist. And I was out for the rest of the season. That was the end of my freshman basketball playing experience in high school. Yep. Didn't feel good. Didn't feel good. Here's the weird part about the whole experience, though. My wrist wasn't like mangled or anything. Like, there was no like obvious visual to me that I had just broken my wrist. You know, it hurt, but I didn't really know it was broken. So I stayed in the game. I kept playing. And then, so yeah, I got back on defense. I tried to just shake it off, you know? I got back on defense, played some defense, and then when my team got the ball again, somebody who passed me the ball, and it was at that point I realized my wrist did not work. I couldn't handle the ball. So yeah, I was like, oh, I guess I'm out of this game. Sorry, guys. And you know, there was always enough people at the park that somebody just subbed in for me. So I went, and there was I had a friend there that was hanging out, and so we just went and went to this. We were swinging on the swings for a little bit, and I was like, I think I might have really messed up my wrist when I fell there. But I was like, all right, well, we'll see. You know, we'll see how it feels in the morning or whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. So I didn't go home and tell my parents or anything. I did realize the severity of it when I got home and I needed to go to the bathroom. This was now at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night by the time I get home. So I get home and I go to the bathroom and I could not get my zipper down. You guys use my right hand to try to unzip my zipper, and my hand couldn't hold on to the zipper, and it was like really not good. It was not good. And so I was like, oh, okay. Well, it's 10 o'clock at night. You know, what are we gonna do now? So I was like, I know this is bad, but I'm just gonna deal with it, and I'll tell my mom in the morning that, you know, we probably should go to the doctor or something. I was in so much pain that entire night. I don't think I slept at all the entire night. So, yeah, it was a rough night. And first thing in the morning, as soon as my mom got up, I was like, yeah, Mom, pretty sure I broke my wrist. Can you take me to the doctor? And yep, sure enough, took me to the doctor. Next thing I knew, I had a cast on for the next like 8 weeks. Yeah. Luckily, they didn't have to like what is it called when they like have to put the bones back in place? Reseat it. What's it called? Reset. I knew I was close. I knew I was close on the words. Yeah, luckily they didn't have to reset it. So, like, that would have been bad if I'd gone an entire night and then they had to reset it. Like, it would have already started to maybe like heal itself or whatever. That could have gotten pretty nasty, but it was sad though because I didn't get to play the rest of my freshman season. So that was one time. That was one time when I've broken bones. I had another time where I broke my ankle, or a bone in my ankle. It wasn't like a shattered ankle or anything. And it was a jet ski accident. I say jet ski, it's probably more like a wave runner, I guess. They were the sit-down ones, so they're called wave runners, but most people just call them jet skis. So I was also, let's see, this was before, when was this one? I think it was before 8th grade, maybe. I was visiting family in Texas, and my uncle had a boat, and I was there with like my whole family, my parents and my sister, and yeah, we were visiting my dad's brother, and he had a daughter that's about the same age as me, and they decided let's go to the lake, let's do a little, you know, a trip to the lake, and we'll rent some wave runners, some jet skis, and for the kids to use, you know. And so I think they were on the beach with the boat, but me and my cousin, who, like I said, she was maybe a year younger than me, we were out on the wave runners. Oh no, the boat wasn't on the beach, because I remember this part. Okay, so we were out on the wave runners, and they were coming in from the lake, and so I was like riding the wave runner parallel to the boat, a good distance, so there was no risk there. But like we were both like, you know, I was kind of on my wave runner, like, hey, everybody on the boat, you know. And my cousin decided to also kind of like go say hi to the people on the boat, but she was coming perpendicular to the boat. right? So the boat's going this way and she's coming this way, right? But guess what? I'm also parallel to the boat. She didn't see me. She T-boned me. T-boned me on a jet ski. The nose of her wave runner went through the little side guard on my wave runner, like where your feet go. Broke the fiberglass, cut into my ankle, and broke it. I was I flipped over the handlebars basically, and yeah, did a full flip into the water and passed out. I passed out. After I flipped over the handlebars, I landed in the water and I passed out. Next thing I knew, my older sister was pulling me up onto the boat. My older sister was in the boat that I was next to. She jumped out of the boat, grabbed me as I was passed out in the water, face down, and pulled me up into the boat. And I was bleeding everywhere. Woo! I was bleeding everywhere. So, yeah, they took me to the hospital. I ended up getting stitches, crutches, and all that, you know. And then it wasn't fun flying back home. I had to go through the airport on crutches. It's kind of a pain. But I think my jet ski, it almost sunk. I remember hearing that they barely got the jet ski back to shore, and it was like mostly underwater by the time they got it back. But yeah, my sister saved my life. It was amazing. I was probably like 12 or 13, maybe 13, probably 13, which I'm not sure 13-year-olds should be allowed to drive wave runners by themselves, but times were different back then. Oh man. After my cousin T-boned me, I felt like she probably shouldn't be driving no wave runner by herself. I was raised a bit differently. Like my dad, he liked pushing me to do things that were like a little bit above my pay grade, you know. He worked in a ready mix plant when I was in 3rd grade, and I went to, and it was like I don't know, 4 hours away. Like he worked kind of far away. Like he would just come home on the weekends type thing. Anyway, I went to stay with him one week because I was on like, I don't know, was it a summer vacation or spring break or whatever. I went to stay with him for the week while he was working, and one night, after everybody had left the ready mix plant, he decided to teach me how to drive the front end loader. You guys know what a front end loader is? It's that big machine with the basket on the front that you pick up, scoop dirt into, and then drive it around. It's got the huge tires and stuff. So, 3rd grade. How old are you in 3rd grade? Let's see, my daughter is in 4th grade and she's 10, so I was like 9. Yeah, it was one of those caterpillar thingies, right? So I'd have been like, yeah, the front end bucket loader things, right? So I'd have been like 9 years old, 8 or 9. He decided to teach me how to drive this front end loader. So he did. He taught me how to drive it, how to steer it, how to use the bucket. My dad, he had a lot of faith in me. He had a lot of faith in me. He put a lot of faith in me to drive this big machine. And so he was with me. We drove around the plant a little bit. He was next to me. And then he decided to get out. He got out of the front end loader and he was going to let me drive it all by myself. And I did. I drove the front end loader around the plant all by myself. Made it all the way back to where he was. And then he wanted to see if I could pick him up in the bucket. He wanted to make sure I knew how to operate the bucket. So he had me pick him up in the bucket of the front end loader. And I did it. I was scared. I was so scared that I was gonna kill him. But I did it. I picked him up. And he's alive and well today. And so am I, somehow. Oh, but hey, as dangerous as all that was, it's an experience I'll never forget. He taught me how to have confidence in trying things, you know, even when you're scared. You know, I don't condone being dangerous and doing illegal things, but it's good to push yourself. You know, it gave me a sense of confidence that I didn't have. Just could have done it more safely than that, and probably could have got him fired if they saw me, an 8-year-old driving their front end loader on their CCTVs or whatever cameras, if they had them set up. I don't know. Oh, I need to get my dad on the podcast. You guys would love my dad. You guys would love my dad. He is a character. I love him. It was quite the experience. I love telling that story. It's because it's just insane. Like, people don't believe it, you know? Like, what? You were how old? Driving a front end loader? I got in trouble too. I wasn't the best. Like, I wasn't the best kid. Like, you know, we all did dumb things when we were kids, but like, I did some things I wasn't proud of. And in the same trip where I stayed with him, I remember there was a vending machine with soda. It sold soda, and I really wanted a soda. You know, I just was, you know, really wanted a soda, but I didn't have the money for the vending machine, and my dad was working. I didn't want to bother him, so I decided what I would do is, I was small enough that I could reach my arm up into the vending machine, you know, through the little part where the sodas come out. I figured I would just reach up in there and pull one out, you know. It should be easy. I can reach them. So I attempted to do so. I reached up in the vending machine, and my arm, it got up in there, and I got my hand on a can. I don't know what brand it was gonna be, but I got my hand around a can, and I was determined to pull that can out. Now, everybody right now is probably thinking this story's going in a different direction. You probably think that my arm's getting stuck in the vending machine and it's turning into some sort of something about Mary scene. But no. No, it wasn't that. I got my hand around the can. Unfortunately, what I didn't realize was, like, those are in like a mechanical holding cell, and you can't just like pull it through. But I tried to yank the can through, and what happened is I busted the can. So I basically exploded the can inside the vending machine, and it made just an enormous mess. And at that point, I was busted. At that point, I was busted. I had to admit to it because I made a huge mess, and yeah, they weren't too happy with me. But I was also lucky my arm didn't get stuck in that thing, I suppose. Yeah, sticky fingers. Exactly. Oh, man. It's funny what we remember when we grow up. Anyone who's young now, think about all the things, all the shenanigans. Try to think about what are you gonna remember when you're in 2 decades or 3 decades even, you know? What are the things in your life that's really gonna stand out? Because you won't remember it all. That's for sure. But there will be moments in your life that it'll do something. It'll do something where your brain is going to be like, we're hanging on that story till the day we die. Lucky you didn't slice your hand when the can busted. Yeah, no kidding. Don't remember anything good from your childhood? That's a bummer. I mean, yeah, I think that, I mean, as I'm telling these stories, a lot of them were kind of like traumatic experiences, I guess, in a way. Even though like driving the front end loader wasn't a bad thing, in a way it was traumatic just because of how scared I was in that moment that I was gonna screw up and really hurt somebody. So those kind of things end up sticking with you. But there's a lot of, I still remember a lot of good times too. It's getting dark. What else do we need to clean up? So I came down here, we cleaned up this place. Ooh, there's a lot of coal in that one. So this should be good. The worst thing I did was steal gummy bears from my brother. Well, at least it was from your brother, not like from a store. I remember I had a growing up, and this was probably around the same age, 3rd grade, fourth grade. I think it was 4th grade. Perfect time of year to be talking about this because my kids had their last day of school yesterday. So I remember I had a bully. I had a bully in 4th grade, and lucky for me, he was like 2 houses down, so pretty much my next door neighbor. So last day of school, I walked home from school. He decided, my bully decided he was gonna shaving cream. He was gonna put shaving cream all over me. Just one bully, I was lucky, right? Yeah, bullies suck. So yeah, walking home from school, last day of school, he basically like got shaving cream and like put it all over me, you know, so it was all over my face, all over my clothes. And man, I was full of rage at that point. I was so full of rage. I mean, luckily we didn't get into like a fight, like a physical altercation. It was just the shaving cream stuff. But I came home. I remember busting through the door of my house. I was so filled with rage that tears were coming out of my eyes, but it wasn't like the tears of, you know, like being upset that I got shaving creamed. It was like rage induced tears, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna let those rot. And I went right to the refrigerator and I grabbed probably like a either 12 pack or 18 pack of eggs. And my sister was home, the same one that saved me on the boating thing. She was home and she saw, you know, I come in, I'm like tears flowing, probably cursing, you know, my little 9-year-old self, you know, probably saying some naughty words because I was so mad. And straight to the fridge, grab the eggs, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I don't think I said a word back. I went and grabbed those eggs, went right back out the front of the house, and man, did I let his house have it. Every single one of those eggs hit the front of his house. I can't remember if I got in trouble for that. Partner says you get crangry. Crangry, it's angry crying. Oh, yeah, I lit his garage up like no other. I may have caused some paint damage. I don't know. I don't care. Yeah, it was so yeah, those, I'm talking about like what we remember, those things stick out for sure, like those moments, right? Yeah, that's the sad part is like, guess who probably ended up having to clean all that up? Like his parents, who had nothing to do with it, except they raised a bully. So yeah, I mean, we can't be 100% responsible for our kids' actions, but should probably do our best to make sure our kids are not bullying. Know the difference between being friendly, being a bully. That same kid ended up in a juvenile detention center years later. So yeah, he was a bad egg. He was a bad egg. He did lots of other bad things other than put shaving cream on me as a 4th grader. So yeah, he did his time in the big house. I almost said his name out loud. In my brain, I'm like, do you remember his name? And my brain's like, yup. And I almost just said it out loud, and I'm not going to do that. That was close. All right, we don't have wool. We don't have a wool storage. So I was going to put it in here. Okay. All right, one last thing I want to do. We only got 10 minutes left, though, but maybe we can go over just a little bit. Signs. If we're not going to have glowing text, should we just use oak? So let's see. I mean, we used to use signs all the time before glowing was a thing. That probably will look better than birch. All right, we'll go oak signs. I'm going to swap out the glowing signs in my shop for oak. Might have to go buy some from Corrales real quick. We'll go over our scheduled time today. You guys really want me to use birch? Seriously? Okay. I'll buy both then, and we'll see. Woo! I know I just said we're gonna go over, but I just got a little hunger pang. Birch is easier to read. That's true. Might have to have me a factor meal today. By the way, I know it's not a sponsored stream, but the factor discount code is still good for another week. So if you're still thinking about getting those factor meals, I'm on like my 3rd week of factor meals now, and still loving it. Especially now that I picked my own meals out. The first couple of shipments that they factor just like sent me just like random stuff. The last shipment actually went through and like picked each meal I wanted off of their like 40 choices that they have on the menu. So yeah, each one I'm always looking forward to. Anyway, this is not a sponsored stream, so I don't want to I don't want to go too crazy with that, but we will we'll buy a little bit of birch. Boom, two diamonds, right? Yep. And we'll buy some oak. 2 diamonds. It's nice that the log shop is there. The entity's cheaper. Oh, I thought it was the same. Could be right. Let me in. Oh, look at this room. Oh, it looks so weird being empty. Is the entity cheaper? Oh man, we could have got it cheaper. Oh well. Oh well. All right. Oh, I didn't actually make it. I gotta make the signs. All right, we'll try birch. If I don't like the color though, then we're gonna do something else. The color is gonna look just fine, isn't it? It'll be all right. Okay. Aqua Affinity. Aqua Affinity. This makes me sad. Doesn't it? Does this make anybody else sad? That we have to do this? Just optimize the game. Come on. Bane of Arthropods 5. Oh, I picked one that I'm going to have to type twice. arthropods. Is that how you say it? I told you I was gonna have to type it twice. Okay, all right, you guys win. GG for me making lots of oak signs too that I didn't need to make. I like neither. Keep the old. Yeah, I can't though. I mean, I can, but I'm trying to do my part to make spawn less laggy. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. But here we have to do it. Wait, what was that one? Blast? Blast protection 4? Yeah, it's the glow effect causing lag. It's sad, isn't it? If there wasn't a problem, I would have a nice looking shop. Do torches cause lag? What about no glow, just yellow? Can you remove glow from a sign? Right click. Oh, I think I'm just gonna switch it to this. It is what it is. I could probably color them, maybe efficiency. Wait, what was that one? 5, right? Did I spell that right? Yeah. I have to restock. Great. I don't even want to deal with coloring it. Oh no. Feather falling, right? Feather falling. Feather falling 4? Yeah. I started reading chat and I broke the sign, didn't even look. Fire aspect 2. Numbered barrels plus book list? I'm not sure what you mean. Fire protection 4. Sorry, we lost the diamond race. Yeah, me too. I mean, we should have known that, like, once we teamed up, that other people might think about teaming up. So, like, we should have been like, once we teamed up, we should have waited to team up until we had the resources right then for the win. So we kind of put ourselves in a bad situation. Impaling. Oh, what was it? Impaling what? 5? Shoot. Until I get a shulker full of diamond ore, I know. 5, thank you. It's hard to like read chat and do this. Like, this actually takes my brain, which has not really been working that well today anyway, because it's discombobulated by all the stuff. Oh, I do like typing on my keyboard though. Is the infinity room taken down? Yeah. Let me finish this wall. I'll finish this wall. We don't need to finish this whole thing on stream. This is probably boring. Luck of the Sea 3. I think the reason why I really wanted to finish these was because I wanted to see if we actually had noticeable frame rate changes. We can finish. Can we finish? All books 2 diamonds each. Here, we'll do that. 22. You guys mind if we finish? Just to see if we can get a real poll, like see if we can actually notice a change. Oh. I knew it. I knew it. That's gonna drive people nuts. Capitalization. Oh no. Oops. Alright. If you guys are okay with it. We're hanging out. We had some good stories today, didn't we? I wasn't expecting that. Piercing 4. I know we said we'd do like some Q&A stuff. I don't feel like I really did a lot of Q&A. That would require me paying attention to chat, which is something I'm such a pro at, you know. But today was a little bit lacking. Stories are fun. Projectile protection 4. I can't fit that word, can I? It's always like a guessing game on what you can fit on the sign. Mending's too high. Darn it! Forgot to go. I should have done that. I should have left it uncapitalized. That would have really got you, wouldn't it? I fix it and then quick charge 3 and then don't capitalize the letters. That'd have been amazing. Oh, everything on this wall is 3. I'm trying to go fast and now I'm messing up more. Oh! Dang it! Oh, man. Oh, no. No. Why did it happen when I said that? How did that happen when I said that? Come on now. Come on. That's amazing. I'm trying to go fast, but it's making me mess up as he breaks an entire chest. Jeez. No. Poor barrel. That barrel totally didn't deserve that. Oh, I gotta make some more signs. Thought I'd have enough. Oh, did I mess up the sharpness sign? Darn it. Sharpens. This one sharpens your sword. Sharpness. 5. That's what I get for trying to talk to you while I do this. Uh-oh, smite what? Smite 5? Is that a thing? Yeah. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Excuse you. Edge 3. This is fun. Yeah, it's technically true. It sharpens your sword. That would have totally worked. People wouldn't have known. You know, sometimes it's just like you gotta just. Sometimes people are gonna say things wrong, and as long as you understand what they're trying to say, you know. Look at that. We got a lot of diamonds and stuff to collect. All right, so all of those. Oh, geez. Okay. I'll do these ones in oak, I guess. Items to enchant. This is still a thing. Items to enchant. Then we did like 2, and then like a boop boop. This is so sad. Nobody's gonna use this anymore. Right? Nobody's gonna use this. I guess Zed wasn't that long ago that he put in an order. Nope. All right. Did we do it? Glowing signs are gone. Ugh. Oh, it's sad. It's sad. I liked my glowing signs. Ugh. Stinking game. Get optimized. Anything else I need to worry about? All right. I don't know if we've changed anything, but as we were here before, the thing is, I'm looking at scars, okay? Like what we just changed, I'm not even really looking at, but I do know, like if we went into Scar's place and he has like glowing stuff and item frames and stuff, you know, or maybe Pearl, I think Pearl's done a good job. I'm pretty sure Pearl's done a good job clearing out her place too. But let's this is what we really should have done. We really should have came out front and just looked at my place. You know what I mean? That's what we should have done. Like stood on the end of the dock, got the before and after, because I think this is where we probably would have seen a few frames. 25 frames? Are you running my laptop? I know, feels like it, right? There's just somehow things have added up in this area so quickly that we're hurting on frames. It's crazy. Well, only one way to find out. Let's put everything back. There is a few things in here, right? Like there's a couple signs in here. I don't know if it's gonna change that much, honestly. You know, there's a couple item frames. Like it's not. There is armor stands. I don't know. I always feel like armor stands are the main culprit, but I don't want to take away anybody's armor stand arts, you know, because that's a big part of content for a few hermits, and maybe we should just have like armor stand districts or something. I don't know. Oh, somebody was worried about the infinity room, right? I get a lot of comments about that as well. So when after Green, you know, did the whole prank thing, we came through and we took out all the maps. Look at, oh, hello, beautiful. What is this? Nice. All right, got some leftover white maps and other stuff. This is all green stuff. I need to tell them it's here. Let's just go make sure that we got them all. Yeah, see, we cleared these out. Oh. Could it be that there's like mobs and stuff? No, there's no mobs, but we really should probably throw a torch down or two. With new lighting, that's probably enough. This is it's the scene of the crime. Missed one? Was there one? There was one sign or one map. Doc's turtle egg thing? I think all that's gone. You sure? Oh, memories. That was fun. That was fun. We didn't miss any. What you talking about? What you talking about? Anyway, it's all just glowstone now. And I gotta swim up out of here. Tis a mess. How do I get out? That's the better question. How do I get out? I did just realize, like, I think I got used to this monitor. When I first started playing today, everything felt like rounded. And now it feels normal. My eyes adjusted to the curved monitor. Interesting. Oh, yeah, there was trapdoors in there. There's a couple trapdoors. Yeah, my eyes already got used to the curved monitor. Nice. The one thing I'm missing though is like all the amazing stuff people are doing is like way off to the side now, and so I haven't been acknowledging like the gift subs and stuff as much. So let me real quick bring that up. I found a way to just bring it up on my main monitor so I can actually see it a little easier. Gloom Manic, thank you so much for the 5 gifted sub bomb. See, it was 50 minutes ago. I'm so sorry. Gloom, if you're still here, thank you so much for that. I'm sorry to make you wait. Jim Beasy with 100 bits. You live in Oregon and have the last Blockbuster. They've turned it into a tourist thing. Yeah, I figured as much. Okay, cool. Oleander with 100 bits. I'm not saying I never returned a VHS tape left on a spoiler screen, but oh, mean. So somebody puts it in and it's just like the ending scene of the movie and you ruin it for him. Oh my gosh. Icy Volt Pixie with 100 bits. The CRT TV the neighbor gave him has a VHS built in. Oh, I remember those. The TVs that had the VHS player in them, like a 2-in-1 unit. Those are cool. Chimbizi with 100 bits says no vintage would probably be my portable 3 1/4 floppy disk drive, so I can still use floppies for old files. Very nice. I have some the 3 1/4 inch. This is the ones that are actually like the harder plastic ones, not the bendable ones, right? Kimco in the house, 200 biddies. Thank you so much. Evil with the $3.14. 2 bones at the same time. What to do if you become rich? Wait, what? What did I miss that? What to do if you become rich? I don't understand that part, Evil. Although we were talking about something completely different 46 minutes ago. So, Ice Evil Pixie, 100 bits. Got the news the other day, but just got the document from pathology to confirm the large mass I had surgically removed last week was confirmed benign. Oh, good to hear, Ice Evil Pixie. That is good news. So good, so good. I can imagine how relieved you must be. Jim Beasy, thanks for the 100 bits. It's good to have those experiences as a kid. When I was barely 6, Grandpa had me drive the flatbed around the cranberry bog while he worked the pedals. Yeah, it's nice. Evil, did you try to? No, never mind. Okay, we're just gonna let that one. We're just gonna let that one. Woo, go right over the head. Cool. Santaris Lavera. Got it. Nailed it. First try. Sorry about your name. 100 biddies. Thank you so much. My mind just fused Cub and Doc, and I searched YouTube for Doc Fan to get to Doc's channel. Doc Fan 135. Jim Beasy, thanks for the 200 biddies. Never egged a house, but one of our neighbors once came out absolutely howling at us for playing football in the street. So we poured milk into his gas tank. Oh, man. Dude, they must have been like, when they found out, right? Oh my gosh. Feel bad about it now because it probably trashed his truck. Oh man, yeah, wow. Wasn't another thing like putting baloney on cars to ruin their paint? Gas prices are so high. I saw Dolly Parton carpooling with Jolene. Gosh. Oh, evil. Stop it. Luckily Light Gamer, thanks for the resub 5 months. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Fun stream. I know it was a weird one. We'll chalk this up to being a little bit of a weird stream, but we got stuff done. We cleaned out. I got nothing here anymore. All my stuff is at my new base. So there's only one place to go. It all does need organized, I know, but at least it's all there. Yeah, the statue work that we did was a complete bomb. I'll figure it out, but thanks for trying. Thanks for helping and hanging out today. Keep me company, listening to my weird stories. I don't think I've ever told any of those stories on stream before, so that's fun. And we'll find somebody to raid. Let's do it. Is Tongo streaming by chance? No. Tongo, why you no stream? It's Friday. Does he not stream on Fridays? We'll stream Hypno then. Cool. We'll stream Hypno. He's probably here. Right? Is he here? Yep. All right. We'll stream We'll raid Hypno. Oh, Tango has family in town. Okay, cool. All right, no problem. Hypno will be just as fun. So let's go give some love to Hypno. And thanks again, guys, for joining. And it's been great. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my weekend with my family, and I should be here on Monday unless something comes up. But I'll let you know. Make sure you follow me on Twitter in case something does come up. I'll let you know there. But anyway, yeah, go give Hypno some love. See you guys later. Have a good one.